independent from Britain, from the United Kingdom, from the UK. Okay, so here you have the Lincoln Memorial, here you have the Jefferson Memorial. Which one is the most beautiful for you? It is very, very, very unique and very big. It's wonderful. It is. Here we go. Next one, the Roosevelt Memorial. Come on. Roosevelt. Delano. Roosevelt. Yeah. Yes, that's right. So, do you remember when World War II happened? When it started, when it ended? World War II. That was World War I. World War II. It's between 1941 and 1945. Yes, it was a long time ago. Exactly. Now, Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial. Let's read about this. Statue. Mm-hmm. Yes, this man. And Ulysses S. Grant.
Leader.
And from the United Kingdom, from the UK.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So here you have the Lincoln Memorial, here you have the Jefferson Memorial. Which one is the most beautiful for you?
I think is.
Yeah. How do you like this memorial? It is very, very very. I think these kind of memorials and statues are very. Here we go. We can see them around the world. I think there are some statues of rulers on horses in China too. Are there? I think there are some famous people on horses. So Ulysses S. Grant was the 18th president of the United States, and here is Martin Luther King. How do you like this one? It's just him in rock.
World War II.
Yes, that's right. So do you remember when World War II happened? When it started, when it ended? World War II.
Maybe 1912.
Okay, something similar like this. And where? In Beijing?
Oh yeah.
World War II. In Beijing.
Then I
okay.
Forget,
now, when we talked about presidential memorials, that are all located in Washington.
Yes.
Now, these are war memorials, which
Martin Luther King
are usually, I think most of them are about World War II, but let's see.
Martin Luther King Jr. worked
Let's start here, please.
Equal rights for African Americans. The memorial has a statue of King carved from rock. King was an important figure of hope for many Americans.
Yes, this man. And Ulysses S. Grant.
Okay. Ulysses S. Grant was a general in
there
the
are
American
more than
Civil War.
4,000 gold stars.
He was
and each star represents 100 American soldiers who died. How many American soldiers died in the war then?
Sculptures.
4,000 times 100 is
a statue of Grant riding a horse.
Yeah. How do you like this? Oh, let's see. We have to add 2 zeros.
Looks
I think 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Statues are very. It's actually 400,000.
Yes.
Statues of 400,000. Rulers on horses in China too. Are there? It's okay.
Yes,
don't worry.
yes,
Numbers
there
are hard.
Some
famous people. Now this is a statue of Vietnam Veterans Memorial. How do you like these kinds of statues? They're so sad. How do you like this one? It's just him. I don't like.
Yes. I've seen this in some landmarks of China. That
you have.
Yes. The last president
Statue and monument.
Is on a huge
It's different culture.
And
these, I guess, these are characteristic of Europe too. And I personally, I don't like these kind of sad images. They are very, very, emotional. Now, so we talked about I would prefer something happy, at least on a horse. I don't know. Okay, let's read about this one. Now, these are war memorials. Vietnam War. Are usually, I think most of them actually are about World War II, it's Vietnam, and Vietnam is actually a country in Asia. It's in the south.
War memorials honor the people who served during wartime. The World War II memorial has columns around a pool.
Veterans.
More than 4,000 gold stars decorate a curved wall. Each star represents 100 American soldiers who died in the war.
58 actually. So there are more than 4,000 gold stars, and each star represents 100 American soldiers who died. How many American soldiers died in the war? Why are numbers so hard? 4,000. You just forgot them. They're not so difficult. So we have tens and hundreds and thousands, and then we have millions and billions. We have to add it's not so hard. Yes. 1, 2, 3, it gets mixed up. 1, 2.
Yes.
It's actually 400,000.
Okay, yes.
You have to count the zeros. You have to count the zeros, right? Yes. So tens have only one. It's okay, don't worry. Hundreds have two. Okay. Thousands have three. Now, millions have six. 1, 2, 1, 2. How do you like these kinds 6, of statues? And billions have 9.
Yes.
That's a big number. That's it. So you just start from the back.
Yes, it seems very sad. Then people.
Okay, honey. Next. Oh yeah, this too. Okay. Korean War.
Yes, statues.
Let's read. It's different culture.
Yes.
I guess these are characteristic of Europe too. And I personally, I don't like these kind of sad images. They are very, very, emotional.
Yes.
So, I would prefer something happy, at least. Images. On a horse. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, let's read about this one.
Okay.
How do you like these memorials and sculpture?
Vietnam War was.
It's actually It's sometimes Vietnam, and Vietnam is actually a country in Asia. It's in the south.
Okay.
Vietnam. Yeah. The color is also weird, but personally, I sometimes I feel like they're a bit scary when a sculpture looks really, really, really human. It's scary. It really looks like a human. It's like they might come alive.
55,000
that's right. Okay. So, we have a number of museums, not only memorials. Now, let's talk about museums. They are happy.
On the two walls of the memorial.
Your faces are so funny. Let's start with with this text here, please. You just forgot them.
Yes.
They're not so difficult. So we have tens and hundreds and thousands, and then we have millions and billions.
Yeah,
so
but
it's not so hard.
But I just getting hard to know what is billion and what is million, and sometimes I make it wrong.
You have to count the zeros, right?
Yes.
So tens have only one.
Yes.
Hundreds have two. 1,800s. Millions have 6. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1950s. 6. And billions have 9.
Okay.
Wagons. Okay. So just one question. So you just start from the back. What is transportation?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So
next. Oh yeah, this too. Okay. Korean War.
Okay.
It has to do.
Another memorial honors American veterans
It has to
of
do with
the
movement.
Korean War.
Moving
There
something
are
from
19 sculptures of soldiers at the site. About 2,000
X. I'm giving a trophy. Excellent. Yes.
images of
From place A to
soldiers
place
from the
B,
war
moving
appear
something,
on the
and
wall.
people used all kinds of very, very old transportation objects in the past. Okay,
I think
let's
I'll
see
prefer
these.
white. Yeah, I like white steady.
Yeah. The color is also weird, but personally,
Yes.
I feel like they are a bit scary when a sculpture looks really, really, really human. Freer. It's scary.
Yes.
It really looks like a human. It's like they might come alive.
Move, yes.
Asian, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we have a number of museums, not only memorials. Now let's talk about museums. Hirshhorn Museum.
Okay.
Your faces are so funny. Let's start with this text
sculptures.
Here, yeah, this is kind of a hard word. Our tongue. Sculptures. It's hard. And this is an African elephant in the Museum of National History. And you know that elephants exist only in two places in the world.
On the moon.
What are those places? One is Africa. The other is?
Transportation history at the Museum of American
It's a country
History
in Asia, but which one?
Things from the 1800s
It's India. So there are only African and Indian elephants. African elephants have big ears. Okay. So how do you call India in Chinese? What is transportation? Hindu. Okay, India then. Okay, great. This is again one of the monuments. It is scary and I don't like it. Okay, let's read about this, please. It has to do with movement. Moving
maybe
something
move some. I remember. It's move something from a place to another place.
I'm giving a trophy. Excellent. Yes. From place A to place B, moving something. Items. People use all kinds of very, very old transportation. So now that you said it, I have to ask you, what's an item? Okay, let's see these.
Okay. Museums and art galleries.
Simply, it's a thing.
About other cultures.
It's a thing. It's an object.
Art has
excellent trophy.
Wow. And crafts.
An item is a
gallery is
free. Let's continue.
Gallery is famous for its Asian art. The National Gallery. Yes, Asian art. The National Gallery of Art displays art from all around the world.
Cemetery.
The Hirshhorn Museum. Hirshhorn Museum and Sculpture Garden has a collection.
What kind of bird?
Sculptures.
Varied. Sculptures. Yeah, this is kind of a hard word. Our tongue.
Yeah.
Sculptures. It's hard.
Wavy.
And this is an African. Yeah. And what does it say? The National Mall is a place of which every American can be proud. So now that you made a mistake, I have to ask you, what's buried? One is Africa. The other is? It's a country in Asia. Where can we bury things? In the sky?
I don't know its English name.
It's India. I don't think it's on. It's in, isn't it? And Indian. We don't bury on.
I just remember.
We bury in. We bury in the ground. How do you call India in Chinese?
Hindu.
Hindu.
Yes.
Okay, India then. Yeah. Okay, great.
Okay.
This is again one of the monuments. It is scary and I don't like it. Okay. Let's read about this, please.
Okay. Museum of the American Indian.
Oh
National
my God.
Museum
so
of
did you
the
guys
American
bury it?
Indian shows Native American culture and history. It
These things happen.
Historical items.
So I have to ask you about this one too. What's a cemetery?
Items.
Okay. Cemetery. Now that you said it, I have to ask you, what's an item? This is a similar word. We say cemetery or graveyard. It's a thing. What's a graveyard?
It's a thing. Okay, yes.
Yes.
Excellent.
Okay.
Trophy. An item is a...
Very. You said blurry again. Very.
Let's continue.
Yes. It's
Okay.
like very, but
Arlington
very.
Memorial Bridge
So,
is the foot of the
yes.
National Mall. It
We
links
bury
the mall to
deceased
Arlington
people or
Cemetery.
animals in
That
a
is where
graveyard.
many of America's
We only
heroes
bury
are
animals and
buried.
people. We don't
The
bury
National
Buried.
plants
What
Buried.
kind of
or
bird?
things like that. We don't.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, do we have
Buried.
anything? Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
I feel it very weird.
I love
and
bridges. I don't know why.
I'm maybe
Okay,
reading
so
it wrong.
overall, what
Yes.
have you learned
And
about
what
the
does it
National
say?
Mall? The
The
National Mall
is
is
a place of which
that
every
place.
man
It's the
can
big
be
place
proud.
with all the
So now that
monuments.
you made a mistake, I have to
What
ask
have you
what
learned
then?
about this
Oh, okay.
from reading?
Then I'll say buried.
Let me just
Where
remind you. You
we
can just
bury
look at
things
the
in
photo.
No,
This is
no,
the
no.
National
We can just
Mall.
bury them on the ground, like.
So what have you
some
learned
pretty-
from the text
It's
about
on,
it?
it's in.
Ah,
isn't it?
yes, in the ground, like.
We don't bury on.
Yes.
We bury in.
I
It
have,
contains what?
I have a dog.
Monuments
in my
and
life, like about
Mama.
8 and 9. And
Museums.
I don't
Monuments
know
and
how
museums.
to
Yeah,
take it
monuments and
back.
museums.
So,
That's right.
the pet,
Let
my
me
pet
see.
dog, my lovely pet dog.
Why is it
died
important?
on its 18th day?
Oh my god.
Yes.
So did you guys bury it?
Yes, and we are all very sad.
These things happen, you know.
Yes.
So I have to ask you about this one too. What's a cemetery?
What is the purpose of monuments and sculptures? Why do we make them? To remind us?
I've been studying it, but let me think.
This is a similar
To remember-
word. This is cemetery
To
or
remember them, to make sure we
Oh,
don't
yes,
forget them.
Yes, I know it.
Because maybe
It's
you
some-
and I, we
it's
know
someplace
something
you
about,
buried.
we know something
Very,
about,
You should blurry again. Very,
what happened
Very-
recently? Let me think.
Buried
Yes.
something. Yes.
It's like very.
Maybe
but
You and I, we know
Very.
our history
So-
today, but maybe
Okay,
people in
yes.
100 years will not
We
know. So maybe they will make statues of you and me
people or
somewhere.
animals in a
Like
graveyard.
this. Like this.
We only bury
Yeah.
animals and people.
Can you
We don't
imagine
bury
a statue like this?
or things like that. We don't.
It would be too funny. Too
Okay, do
funny.
we have any-
Anyway,
Oh,
I
it's
wanted to
beautiful.
show you something.
Yes. It's beautiful.
I love
bridge.
bridges. I don't know.
Um,
Okay, so overall,
I wanted to show you something
what
I
have
saw
you learned
recently.
about the National Mall?
I
The
laughed
National
so
Mall
much.
is that place. It's
I
the
want to
big
show you
place with
photos
all
of
the
some of the
monuments.
funniest monuments in the world,
What
okay?
have you learned about this?
Let me see.
From reading.
Learn.
Some are funny, and some are just
Let me just remind you. You can just look
kind
at
of
the
strange.
photo.
Okay.
This
Let me
is
make-
the National Mall.
Look at it. Look how people take photos. I never
So what
take
have you
photos
learned
like
from the
these.
text?
It's just it's so
About,
funny. Or I always
It contains
stand
what?
there in a normal way. Look at how people take photos.
Monuments and
Can you imagine?
Mama.
I never do that.
museums.
Monuments and
Yes.
museums.
Yeah, I would just
monuments
stand there
museums,
and
that's
look at
right.
what people are doing. Or wait, what did I see?
Why is it important?
I saw also this.
Because it tells people the past people.
It's super funny. I mean,
or
those sculptures are not there so you would
or-
make fun. I just stand next to a sculpture and
What
I'm
is
like,
the purpose of monuments and sculptures?
that's
Why
all.
do we make them?
I never do that.
to tell
To
I
people-
might
Remind us?
start
Yes,
now. I got an
to
idea.
remind us some
Okay.
heroes' history.
Honey, today you did a
And-
great job, but
To remember-
I
to
missed you.
remember them.
So,
Make sure we don't forget
are you
them.
coming
Yes.
tomorrow?
Because maybe
Will I see you tomorrow in
you
class?
and I, we know something about.
It should be, huh? Okay.
We know something.
Well, then
about
I'll see you tomorrow. Check the lesson notes
what
and see you.
happened recently.
See you. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Maybe you and I, we know our history today, but maybe people in 100 years will not know.
Yeah.
So maybe they will make statues of you and me.
La
Somewhere.
la la.
Like this. Like this.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you imagine? A statue
Oh,
like this?
you'll be very.
It would be too funny.
Yes.
Too funny. Anyway,
And a little
I wanted
ridiculous.
to show you something.
Okay.
I wanted to show you something I saw recently and I laughed so much. I want to show you photos of some of the funniest monuments in the world, okay?
Okay, yes.
Let me see. Some are funny and some are just kind of strange.
Yes.